The ERF is the key government policy that will enable Australia to meet its international emission reduction or greenhouse gas targets. The program works by providing this financial incentive to those who are reducing emissions, and there's $2.5 billion that's been set aside by the government to purchase carbon credits from projects that are reducing emissions. So another method that livestock producers may be able to do if they're located in northern Australia, in areas that receive more than 600 millimetres of rainfall a year, is to implement a savanna fire management project under the ERF. These projects involve shifting the timing and intensity of wildfires that occur in northern Australia from late in the dry season to early dry season. It reduces the intensity, the scale and the duration of those wildfires. You can claim the emission reductions that you've created by better controlling, better managing wildfire in your property. Livestock producers may also be able to apply the soil carbon method on their properties. This is a method that enables them to claim carbon credits for an increase in the amount of soil carbon that's stored on their properties. If they can measure effectively a before and after soil carbon levels and show that there's been an increase over time, they can claim that difference as a carbon credit and sell it under the ERF. Particularly applicable to cattle producers in northern Australia. Livestock producers may also be able to use the nitrates method. Producers will substitute urea supplementation with nitrate-based lick blocks. Nitrate will supply the same amount of non-protein nitrogen to their herds, but also has the benefit of interrupting the supply or the generation of methane in the digestive system of their cattle. The third thing to consider is the scale of your opportunity. An individual producer may not be able to reduce enough carbon emissions to make it really worthwhile to do a standalone project. It might make more sense for them to team up with service providers or aggregators or other producers to create a project that's large enough to firstly participate in ERF auctions, where there's a minimum level of carbon credits that can be sold each year of 2,000 tonnes per year.
At this point in time, there's an emissions reduction fund of $2.5 billion, of which $660 million was already contracted at the first auction, and there's a series more auctions to come over the coming years, and the price depends on deploying investment, ideas, technology and resources into these projects. So there's a very exciting opportunity there for plenty more projects to come online just within the scope of this existing fund over the next 5 years.